Isolation Nation, welcome to the monthly Social Distancing Social Club, SDSC. I don't even know what this show's called anymore, but I do know that we're here, and that's all that matters. I also don't know if you're familiar with the concept of sleep, but I am not. For the last 4 days, I don't know where I am or who I am anymore. I think I'm Ben Gleib. I could not be. I'm not positive. Why don't we just introduce the rest of the quarantine? Are we still a quarantine? Nobody knows. Let's dive into all the burning issues as I introduce leg 2 of what may or may not still be called a quarantine. It's Chris Bowers.
Hey, is it the burning issues keeping you awake, Ben? Is that the problem? You're a little itchy, can't go to sleep? Okay. Anyway.
I don't know what that even means. Did you say burning issues? Is that what you said?
Issues. I was joking that you had gonorrhea or something. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, how you doing? I'm in Phoenix. I'm in Scottsdale on the Steve Hofstetter tour. It's been an adventure. It's been a lot more work than I expected, but it's been fun. So
work in what way?
Well, you wake up at 10 and you drive 8 hours every day, and then you set up a merch table for an hour and a half, and then you do a show, and then you tear down a merch table for an hour and a half, and then you drive back to the hotel, and you get up the next day and do the same thing again. It's been kind of grueling. But
that's the way Steve tours. He makes it very efficient and cost effective and maybe a little grueling and very smart, and he plays 100 plus cities. I do it where I fly places, and I'm doing no cities this year. So there's a yin and a yang.
Hey, look. Just not a lot of fun and funny, that's all I'm saying. Rachel's here. Rachel, how are you doing?
I feel wildly out of practice for being on Zoom and on camera. Jesus.
Hi, Queen.
Christ. Someone asked me if I shaved my head, and actually, no, I'm just letting it go. That's what's happening. So. Nice. Yeah.
Fantastic. How's your month been?
It's been a month. I'm not on tour, but I've been traveling a little bit. And yeah, just going to shows and stuff. Trying not to.
I love that you're changing your life up quite a bit, traveling for the first time, huh?
I know. I've decided, you know what, since the pandemic is, not rampant, I'm traveling, which is actually not the case. I know more people getting COVID right now than ever.
Same here, but now I don't care. Now I'm not concerned for anybody. They get COVID, I'm like, oh, you'll be good. Talk to you in a couple days.
Yeah.
How about our fourth leg, who has a special something for today for the show? Jody Sweeten.
Jody!
What's up, Jode?
Guys.
What's going on?
Oh, not much. Chris, speaking to your thing about the bullshit of comedy touring and whatever, I had a friend say to me the other day in an email thread, he said, if I would have known comedy would have been 80% scheduling meetings, I don't think I would have done it.
I literally told Steve in the bus at one point, I go, Steve, I didn't get into comedy to have a job. I could have had a job this whole time. I could have made $100,000 a year since I was 25 and had money in a house and shit, but I don't want to do that. That's why I picked comedy.
Yes, but I would like to also to say this. Now that you've toured with Steve for a couple weeks, Bowers, was touring with me way less bad than you thought it was as far as workload and doing shit?
I didn't think it was bad touring. I was just mad the first day because my drugs got fucking. I didn't get my plane. I got to get my drugs on the plane. My drugs got lost on the plane, and I had to do the first show sober. That's why I was pissed. But the rest of it was fine, man. It was a good time. We had fun,
It was a blast. I just always feel bad when I ask people to set stuff up. I'm like, do you mind? I just need your help setting up the camera and the merch table. And Steve's probably like, here's your agenda. You'll be working from 8 until 9:17 setting up merch. And I'm like, oh my God.
The way that you support the show. So we've got new accounts. So we'll update the video frame for next show. But we've got Venmo, which is at SDSC show. And we'll put all this in the chat. And then our PayPal is sdscshow@gmail.com. So new ways to tip the comedians and tip the show if you want to support.
And I have a special item today for our top tipper.
Very excited for this one.
Our tip topper, or I don't know, just
our topper.
Tip topper. I don't know. What are we calling him? Them. Okay. It's both amazing, horrifying, and joyous all in one thing. It is 200-piece jigsaw puzzle from Full House, you guys. It is like a limited edition.
200 pieces.
200, like,
and
not
Jody
even
will sign this. You will sign this.
I'm gonna sign it.
Yeah.
And so our top tipper,
that is so cool.
This is what you're getting today.
I think all of us want it.
I only have 2 of these left. I had auctioned one off earlier. I only have 2 of these left. This is one of them. So this will be the last one that I ever give away because I'm keeping one for myself.
Wow.
Oh my God.
You can't find these anymore. I don't even know.
That is very cool.
I mean, here's the best part is even on the bottom, like the type isn't even really centered. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, whatever. Like, just put it on there.
Also, I love how your head is bigger there than everybody else's head.
Which is ironic because I have the world's tiniest head.
Yeah.
I have a peanut head. And yeah.
Also, that is a pretty awesome vintage item. I think the host might be
And
bidding
then let's check
ourselves.
the bangs, you guys. Those bangs.
Ah, I love it. And
Pretty
the
amazing.
Yes, and a little like side moment here.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Oh, you just did that face and you looked a lot more like the old school. There it is. Look at that.
Yeah, I will. That's it.
I like that. And for the second highest tipper today, I'm sure I've told this story before, but it should be mentioned with this prize announcement. So many moons ago on my podcast, Bryan Cranston, of course, the multi-Emmy winning star of Breaking Brad, was my Baking Brad.
Baking Brad. That's a
Baking Brad. That's a whole. That's a Brothers Grimm story. But
You're damn right it is. That witch really wants you in the oven. And Breaking Bad, I asked him a lot about what the meth was made of on the show, the crystal blue meth, and he said it's a bubblegum flavored rock candy we have specially made on our set. And I go, that is so cool. He's like, so between takes we'd be popping meth in our mouths. Like, that's amazing. And he goes, you like that? I'll send you some. And I later got a box in the mail from Walter White of blue meth. And I have, look at this. This is always here on display.
Are you gonna do it live on air?
This is what it looks like.
Oh, wow.
oh my God.
This is mine, and I have a little bit more, and I will be making you your own bag of it, and you'll be getting authentic Breaking Bad meth.
Do you ever mix that up with your regular meth?
Yes. Yes, I do. I've
Why
always
do you
been
think he
bad at
hasn't
meth.
slept in 4 days?
That's right. I've always been very
Right.
bad at meth.
But
Calculus was not my strong
that's
suit.
actually real meth, and he's just trying to get rid of the last bit of it because he's really hit a bottom. So he's like,
Well,
"Oh my God, maybe if I just give it away on the show today." I'll quit."
He's a method actor. He's a meth.
Yeah.
True. I have a big audition today that I have to
Somebody
do.
would be real proud of that. What's the comedian that always does the puns? He's always
Tyler Gooch.
Tyler Gooch.
Yeah. Gooch would have been proud of that one.
Yes, indeed.
We
Yeah,
do have
I have
a-
an audition somehow. I don't know how I'm gonna memorize 8 pages by tonight, but I'm gonna figure that out. And on no sleep. But also we have a special guest joining us a little bit later. I'm sure probably you'll introduce her as the show continues on, but just to tease it right now, you know her from playing Al on the iconic TGIF show Step by Step. She's an acclaimed sitcom director. She's a great actor, a hilarious person. Christine Lakin will be joining us, everybody.
She was in Hollywood Darlings with me, which was really
Correct.
fun.
And she was in a weird movie called Jungle Juice with me. A very weird movie.
That sounds.
I shot in the Caribbean, and I was an extra, and she was the star of it, and it was the weirdest week possible. We'll talk about it.
I think they just said you were extra, Ben. I don't think they said you were extra.
That's what it was. I was the co-lead of it.
We had a fun overnight game. You guys want to have the overnight game? The overnight game was give us some fun slogans for an animal, fun slogans for animals. So Charlie Tinsley had leopards, not just a print on Bowers' jacket and shoes. I like that. Greg Murphy had zebra, when triple Y bra is too small. Let's see. Colin Erickson had flamingos. Even Daniel Mulligan wants to fuck one. But my favorite was Jack Dostal. He said, I'm stretching the rules a bit, but Beaker, the other white meep. And that made me laugh a whole lot. So he was the winner.
That was great. Oh, and there's one more prize, the raffle prize today as well. We're doing the raffle, and the winner will be granted an entry into our Patreon hang this month. I think it's this coming Monday. Mm-hmm. And if you already are at that Patreon level, you can gift it to whoever you like. So that'll be exciting.
And this is the first time that Jody's going to be in the VIP
I'm gonna be in
Patreon hang.
Patreon hang.
So that'll be Monday at 4 o'clock Pacific.
Right now, we have a good
Nope.
Wait, don't we have a game
We have
today?
a game. We have a game.
Oh, yep. Do the game, and then we'll.
Can you guys tell that we're out of practice?
A little bit.
We have a game. The game today, Bowers was at the Snoop Dogg concert. And so it's going to be Dog, a band. And an example is Red Hot Chili Peppers. Bowers also had Poodle of Mud.
That's my favorite one I've ever come up with. Poodle of Mud is my favorite game I've ever had.
So the way you participate in the game
is amazing. That is pretty good.
It's $5 more super chats, Venmo, PayPal, all of the things. So
throw that in. Let's do that. And we're also doing meme contests today. So meme the show throughout the day. Throw those memes in. What's the meme address?
SDSCshow@gmail.com.
There it is. So send those memes in, and we'll do a meme contest as well.
Also, I love the premise, Rachel, that normally when we're in practice, we seem a lot more put together than this.
Right. I was like, this is actually going much better than many of our weekly shows would go.
That's like when I'm having sex with somebody, I'm like, it's been a while. They're like, yeah, that doesn't affect anything.
That doesn't, right. We can do this shit daily, and we're like, oh my God, how does this happen? Yeah.
Yeah. It's like when
we've actually been great. I mean, we've stayed on topic. We've gotten through segments.
I'm really proud of you all.
Thank you. Thank you,
I'm
Rachel.
delirious, so there's that.
I'm delirious.
You know?
Rachel's hair's getting frizzier by the minute.
Right.
We have a great comic as well here. Kevin Bozeman's here. Kevin, how you doing, buddy?
Kevin.
What's up, guys?
Hey, there he is. What's up, buddy?
Hey.
Are you in
Just
Chicago?
living my best life. I am in Chicago.
Nice.
I am.
Good to
What's
see
up?
you, man.
Very cool.
What's up, Ben?
What's going down?
Where is the 1920s Ben at? I missed that guy. That guy was,
Lord.
You were on that episode. That's right.
oh man.
Well, I don't know if you heard the update, but I was doing that to figure out a character for an audition. I booked that audition, and that thing is now on Disney Plus, so you
Oh,
can
nice.
check it out.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. You know from me. Time of need.
Well, let's have the front row turn their cameras on before we get to Kevin's set, but we're going to introduce them after Kevin's set, but just kind of everybody pop on their cameras there. Let's see where you're at.
Let's see them VFR faces.
Oh, it's been so long.
I know, right? A little gallery view. Hey, look at everybody.
Hello,
We got people
everybody.
hanging out together, which is nice. That's regular cast of characters. Good seeing you guys. Thanks for being here. All right.
Yeah, instead of introducing you now, Bowers will just mumble about what it's like to see you under his
That's
breath
what I
for a
do.
couple
That's
minutes.
That's what I do. You know,
it's great
it's
to
called a
see
tease, man. It's called a
everybody.
tease.
Oh God.
Rach, anything to catch up on before we get Kevin Bozeman onto the comedy stage?
We do. We just have a couple things. So Miley tipped the show and said she misses us. So it's good to see you, Miley. And then Steve and Val, front runners, they really want that goddamn puzzle. They said they need it signed with Jody, and they sent in $111.11. So all the ones. So they're currently.
Steve and Val, I sent Dave Adler a message about memorabilia on the show today, so you could be fucked. He might jump in and try to we'll have a bidding war between the memorabilia people, Adler versus Steve and Val. We'll see what happens.
So I guess nobody wants my meth, though, huh? That's a little hurtful.
Well, I mean, you know, your meth will, you know, the problem with your meth is it goes so fast, you know.
And then last General Tam said Jody Sweeten at the Patreon hang, Buzz, her vibrator, is going to be so excited.
I've missed a lot.
What's funny is it doesn't even make that noise. It goes more of like a bam, 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 but she calls it Buzz anyway. All right, come to the stage, right?
Wait, let Jody respond to this, please.
I don't even know what they're talking about. Did I?
No, Tam's vibrator. Tam's vibrator's name's Buzz, not yours.
Tam always puts in raffle entries on behalf of her vibrator.
I did not know this. Now it all makes sense.
Now it makes slightly more sense.
I thought I had missed a conversation that I had.
No, we did Pet of the Week, and Tam put her vibrator in as Pet of the Week.
Oh, excellent pet.
That's what happened. So, you know. I mean, you know,
Got
the vibrator does the petting, but let's not get into that. All right, right now. It's pretty heavy. All right, right now, come to the stage. Returning champions, Kevin Bozeman, everybody. Whee!
Yes. It's good to be back in 2020 with this Zoom show. Guys, it's a blast from the past. I've been on the road. I don't know why you guys are not, but I have been on the road, and I've had enough of it. I got to travel. I've been back at it hard, and I recently had the pleasure of doing the whitest thing I've ever done in my life. And I've done some amazingly white shit. Like I play Twister. I've had macaroni and cheese with vegetables in it. But this this is easily the whitest thing. I was in Key West, Florida, and they were like, "Hey, Bozeman, you want to go kayaking?" And I was like, "Man, I've never been kayaking before." And they was like, "You have?" I was like, "No, I've never been kayaking." And here's another little fun fact to you guys' surprise. I don't know how to swim. They were like, "Cool, man. You're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have some drinks, and we gonna have some drinks and some music, and you'll get your own kayak." And I was like, "Well, I feel like you guys have not utilized the information that I just gave you." And normally when I do, like, I don't mind doing white stuff. Like I go to small white towns all the time, but I always like look for that one black person to get a head nod to. Just just to let we just let each other know, like, if shit goes down, like, we find each other. And I'm kayaking and there's no head nod to. So I was just in Montana and I found a black dude to head nod to. Like, he's wearing cowboy boots and a 10-gallon hat, but still that was enough. Like, we head nod each other and he's like, "I see your partner," and I was like, "I know you." And so we get on the kayak and I can't find anybody. At this point, I'm looking for a white dude with dreads. Anyone that can just let me know that I'm safe. We pull off. This is where it gets amazingly white. We pull off on the little river inlet and they pull out the music and stuff. They's like, "Bozeman, you ever play Thunderstruck?" And I was like, "What's that?" They was like, "Well, basically we just drink every time we hear the word Thunderstruck in the song Thunderstruck. You drink, and then you pass it off to the next person." And I was like, "How many times do they say Thunderstruck?" It's a lot. I'm sure you guys know that. But I caught the music solo, and I'm gonna tell you guys, I have never drank more Ruby Red Grapefruit White Claws in my life. It was amazingly white, and I could just see my street cred just jumping into the river, just like, he's like, "Nah, nigga, we can't support this. We are telling when we get home." So anyway, that's been the start of where I've been, and it's been great. And I've been like, nothing bothers me at all. Like, nothing bothers me. Like, I'm a pretty optimistic guy. But then I just saw that Spirit Airline merged with Frontier Airline, and I'm like, well, that's the sign. We're all gonna die. Like, how does this shit happen? Who lets two C students run $1 billion project? You think Chef Boyardee is trying to get together with Spam? We both come out of cans. We can run this between my salty ham and your vomity SpaghettiOs. We'll run ramen noodles out the game. It's baffling. Like, who's ever flown Frontier Airline and been like, Spirit would never treat me like this? And I love Spirit Airline. Every comic I know shits on Spirit Airline except for me. Spirit Airline is the only airline where you can call the day of and be like, "How much to Chicago to LA?" And they'll be like, "How much you got?" $49. That sounds like a deal, man, but you can't bring shit else on the plane. All right, let's roll, Spirit. So yeah, man, a lot been going on. And here's the thing, like, I don't even have to write jokes now because I have a 4-year-old. And here's the thing about having a 4-year-old. They write their own jokes for you. Like, I was giving my 4-year-old a bath, and he was like, Dad, my penis is standing straight up. And I was like, I can see that. And he was like, "Can you fix it?" And I was like, "I don't think that's a good idea, homeboy." And he was like, "Why, Dad? Why can't you fix it?" Because I want to see you again. And you and I both know that you're a snitch. There's no way you're going to keep that lifelong secret. And plus, we have a babysitter. So we have a babysitter, like, and the babysitter gives you baths. So how are you going to explain that when someone needs to fix your penis? You're like, hey, can you fix my penis? And she'd be like, I'm not fixing your penis. And you're gonna be like, my dad does it all the time. So, that's a little fun fact of how you get to be a person of interest. Just move in. I don't even listen. I don't know if you guys know this. It's a fun fact. I may or may not have been a late ad, and then Chris Bowers was yelling at me because I didn't give a sound check, but he never sent me the Zoom link. He just sent me the flyer. No, I don't want to hear it.
Text the Zoom link. I texted the Zoom link. Kevin Bozeman, everybody, ladies. Just Kevin Bozeman. Tip jars open. Top right corner. You can Venmo. You can PayPal it.
I'm not even complaining, Bowers. I'm not even complaining. I'm just getting into a zone. How much? Like
what I'm saying is,
no, that was the time. That was.
What I'm saying, you killed it. But I'm saying, see right there above the poster where it says Zoom link? That's what I sent you right there above the poster. I didn't email it to you.
Challenge Bowers to being wrong contest.
That's right.
Hunt down the evidence and prove.
I said
case.
I said email link at Kevin Bozeman 70.
You're right. That's what I missed. You said, well, I sent you the thing and you said email. Yeah, you're right. You said email link. I didn't email a link. I emailed the poster. So there you go. I didn't.
No, it's cool.
But the tip jar is open. Please tip Kevin.
The jar is open.
And also, I just checked the stream, and we don't have the updated account info on screen. So what you're seeing on screen.
Yeah.
Oh, did we tell the audience that?
Yeah, we told them.
SDSShow.com. Whitest thing ever. Ben, can I tell Kevin the whitest thing ever we did during the protest? Can we tell him that story? Is it long?
Sure.
This is my favorite story. So during Black Lives Matter protest, Ben calls me up and says, me and Steve, we want to go and do the protest stuff. And so we're like, all right, cool. So my buddy lives in Hollywood. We park down in Hollywood. We're going down to Highland and Hollywood Boulevard because that's where the protest was. And we walk up there. It's me and Steve and Ben. They got their signs. And there's fucking nobody, man. It's like fucking ghost town. I'm like, shit, we missed it. All right, well, where's it at today? So we're like, go on Twitter. We can't find it.
And
so
Queen was there, too. Queen was there.
I was there.
Oh yeah, sorry. Queen was there and Trevor was with us. Anyway, so I go, well, I don't know. So I walked up to a cop and I said, hey, do you know where they're protesting you guys today? And he told me.
Wow.
And that's the whitest I've ever felt in my life. He goes, they're down at the courthouse today. They're protesting us down at the courthouse. I'm like, thanks, man.
Wow, it's clear you didn't wear your I Love Black People glitter jacket.
By the way, this will get a head nod from a black guy on a kayak if you can't find anything else. If he sees this, he's like, close
That's
enough.
what I needed. That's what I needed. Just some Bob Marley or anything.
Kevin, honestly, did you like kayaking? Did you enjoy it?
It was chill, man. It was chill, but like they tried to put me on my own kayak, so I had to demand to have a partner. Because, like, you know, if you never kayak and you can't swim, like you're just asking for death.
It's not ideal. It's not ideal. My first time kayaking, I can swim, but this didn't really help me in the situation. I was coming to shore, and it happened to be this rare day where like hundreds of tiger sharks infested at the shore of La Jolla, where I was in school. And I literally am coming to shore. I'm like 30 feet from the shore, and I see a shark go under my kayak, and I get so freaked out, and I fall out right then.
That's a super white move right there.
That's a solid Ben Gleib move. Oh, there's a shark. Let me roll out of my kayak in panic.
You can't get more horror movie white guy than that move.
I'm right. You are damn
he
right
was like the girl at the beginning of Jaws. You know what I mean? Like that's like that was Ben. It's just you come up on idiot in the kayak, just do, and then like that's how the fucking movie starts. Right?
Yes, the second I got back to the shore, I said to myself, we're gonna need a bigger toque.
I loved your bit about Frontier merging with Spirit. That was funny. I do think it's funny. This happened with Sprint and T-Mobile. You ever notice when two companies merge, the shittier of the company always takes over? Like, it's never the good one that takes over the shitty one, right? Like T-Mobile's way worse than Sprint, and fucking Delta's way worse than Northwest. Like every time they take it over, the bad company is the one that wins somehow.
Yeah, so when T-Mobile took over, I was like, wait, what's happening? Because I was with Sprint. It was brutal. It's like Spirit and Frontier was like, hey man, what if we just added more layovers?
Also, cheaper things need to realize they don't need to have cheap names. Names are free. You can call yourself like Mercedes-Benz Airlines. Well, not that, you'd be sued, but you get my point. Like, it doesn't need to be, literally, they knew they were going to be shitty airlines calling themselves. One is like Frontier. We're like the days when there was no technology and people died on the way. Another one is Spirit's like, at least we got Spirit. That's the best they could do.
To me, Spirit means that is all that you can actually take on with you for Spirit.
Oh, I thought
like that's
True.
it.
If you bring your soul, it's $12 extra.
Right. Well, it weighs like 6.6 ounces or something. Isn't
Yeah.
it?
I thought they were just flying you there in spirit. Like that's what it was.
Right.
Like the thought that counts.
So I think it's the awful product that lifts up the name. Like the name only becomes bad when the product is awful. Because remember, everyone used to shit on Kias. Everybody's like, "You got a Kia? The fuck is a Kia?"
Right.
And then Kia turned out to be a decent car. People were like, all right, I could deal with Kia. But like
True.
Honda, Toyota, those aren't great sounding names.
True.
You know it's good. It's good product. Chef Boyardee is only shit because Chef Boyardee is shit.
Right, true. But I also love how negative comics are. Like, we're such sardonic people that just because you mildly shit on Spirit and Frontier, you literally shit on them for 2 minutes, and then you're like, I'm the only comic that doesn't make fun of Spirit after you just shit on them 2 minutes.
Well, they shouldn't be merging with anyone. I think the best thing about Spirit is like, hey, for $9 a year, you could do this all the time, homie. Like when they offer membership like $9.
Season pass.
Just round it, make it 10. Just give me some. Let me throw an extra $1 in so I can feel good about myself.
Nice. Rachel, anything coming in?
We do. All right. Kevin, we had Tam tip you and said, with your last name, how was this your first time in Montana?
There you go.
Oh, I got plans on running Bozeman, Montana. I went there to announce my mayoral candidacy.
Nice.
Bozeman for Bozeman. I mean,
Hey.
Pretty good. It writes itself. That's very solid.
you should go and tell people that that actually you are the descendants of the people that Bozeman was named after. Just create some whole fucking wild story and really flip out people in Montana.
Even the one black dude I saw with the cowboy hat would be like, boo fucking shit he is.
We were driving through Colorado and there was a sign that said it was like Jerry Ranch Road or whatever. And I was like, oh, that's named after the guy that invented ranch. And I convinced Leedy that Jerry Ranch invented ranch.
Aww. You can't.
She goes, really? I love ranch. I didn't know it was a guy. I'm like, I'm making that up. It wasn't a guy.
Believe
Do you know how many white people have apologized to me for the death of Chadwick Boseman? Sorry to lose my brother. I get all sorts of perks, mostly in Canada, but still.
He's your manther from another panther? Okay.
Our name's not even spelled the same, and they're still like,
Are you a what kind of speakers you like? Are you a Pioneer guy or a Bozeman?
I mean, I gotta be Bose speakers. I have to be Bose speakers. Bose knows Bose.
True that. True that.
All right, I've got more tips for you. Miley sent you $10 and said, so funny. Kim Stewart sent you $10 and said, hilarious stuff. We had Stephen Val sent you $20 and said, for Kevin, I'll never look at it. I'll never look at a child's erection the same way. Wait, no, I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah. There's no easy way to look at a toddler's boner.
I can say that's one thing I've never seen.
Ditto.
The best. Chris Jacobs sent you 10 Canadian. Great set. Buns sent you $10 for the best parenting choice you'll ever make. Hashtag standing up dick. Oh, let's see what we've got. We've got some generals coming in too. It's raffle entries. We had Patrick tip on behalf of Meg. So we've got Anna D. We've got Abby in the raffle. We had Randy Longmire sent $33. This tip is contingent on less than 100% of the audience being fake accounts.
You guys, I didn't know Elon Musk was a fan. Oh my God. I'm so
Yes.
Frank Engels sent $10. Waffle and all that stuff. I think he meant the raffle and tip for Kev and all that.
Oh, I just thought he was buying us all waffles. I got really excited for him.
Right?
Really waffles. I'll laugh.
Yeah.
I've had Whataburger 3 days in a row. I'm very excited about that. Whataburger in
Of course
Phoenix.
you have. I think, I think we can do the video front row if you want.
All right. Well, Kev, you got to go. Can you plug your stuff? Tell us where to find you before we get you out of here.
KevinBozeman.com for tour dates. I know you guys West Coast. You know I'm at Bowers. You know I'm in Vegas all next week. So come hang.
When do you get there?
I'll be there Monday through Sunday.
I'm there Friday, Saturday. And then I'm
this weekend or next weekend?
Yeah, this weekend, 21st.
Oh, just stay.
Well, I can't. I got San Diego on Tuesday and Flappers on
Okay, all right. Yeah, Kevin Bozeman.
Sunday in San Diego. But
Kevin Bozeman 1 for Instagram, and download my new album, Black Superman, which is streaming everywhere.
Very cool.
Awesome,
man. We appreciate it. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time.
Next time, email the Zoom link.
I will, buddy. I will. That was my bad.
Good luck in your mayoral race. I hope it goes well.
Yes, indeed. Bozeman for Bozeman 2023. I love it. Let us now invite all of you. Your cameras are already on. It's time for the video front row. Who we got first, Molly Malls? Let Bowers and I take you through a journey of front row phantasmagoria. We've got Shannon Burt coming to us from one of her many homes.
Looks like the green screen got working again. Nice work, Shannon. Nice job.
And you got a headset microphone, so it won't work. That's exciting.
Positive. That's positive.
Oh, we've got one of our favorites here, my friends. We've got Calderol Salalderol. Give it up. Really nice to have you here, Calderol. Good to see you. We've got the only Steve now. And Lady Val. That's a strong point.
Oh.
That's a strong point.
Wait, what happened to all of the things in the back?
They're moving. They got a better house.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They pack like 2 months in advance. I've never seen such efficiency in my life.
That's quite normal, Ben. I think
I usually pack 2 days before you move. That's why we signed a lease on Tuesday and moved on Thursday because you only packed the last 2 days anyway. So who cares? Abby's here, but she's in Vegas, right? You're in Vegas, Abby?
Yep.
Nice.
The good doctor, Abibie. Good to have you, Abs. Great piece of art you got behind you there.
It's stunning. One of my favorite pieces.
It is.
I think that was Reese pieces. Weren't those Reese pieces? I wasn't sure. I didn't see what it looked like.
And speaking of one of my favorite pieces, we got Patrick Yoakley in the house, everybody.
Hey.
The Yokester is here. Great to see you, Patrick.
You too.
Real pleasure. And oh my God, you guys, Ralph lost his keys. Ralph lost his keys. I hope he can find it. He's looking for them. Oh God, I hope he finds them. He's looking inside for the keys. Could they be inside?
If another Ralph lets him in, I'm going to lose my mind.
I love that this is kind of like an Easter egg hunt, and it's sort of an Easter egg in the show.
Right.
His head kind of looks like an Easter egg. His keys are gone forever, you guys. His keys are now gone forever. But whoever's here with us forever, it's Frankie Angles, everybody. Frank.
Hey.
Good to see you, Frangles. Real pleasure. You're looking sharp. Anna D is here, coming to us from a Frankie angle. Love that. Angle.
Oh, I love how that wall has a door handle on it. There's just a brick wall with a door handle. What's that open? Jesus.
You don't want to know.
Is it a door handle or like a pipe?
It could
It's an
be
exhaust pipe.
Oh, nice. That's fancy exhaust pipes, all chromed out and shit. Nice job.
Why are pipes always so exhausted? That's what I'd like to know. Sorry, I haven't slept,
You'd be
Anna.
exhausted if you were taking people's shit all day, Ben. You'd be
What?
exhausted. If you're taking people's shit all day, you'd be exhausted too, man. If you were a pipe.
True that. People always smoking out of you and shit. It's one of the great eye rollers. It's Anna Hood, everybody.
What's up, Anna Hood?
Good to see you, A Hood. And we are joined here in the Viffer, none other than the Cheat and his best friend, Jack Dustile.
What's up,
Pipes,
Jack?
Ben. Really?
That's the world's tiniest pipe. I don't know what that is. What is that? Why you have a little miniature piece of pipe in your hand? How'd you get that?
It helps to make fipples for recorders.
Oh, fipples. Yeah, for recorders,
Strong point. Oh God, it's like crazy. It's something. This show has done something in my brain forever. It's like anybody mentions a thing that I own, instantly I'm like, how fast can I find it?
Glad thing we don't mention your dick a lot. Okay, who's next? Megan's here. What's up, Megan?
Make it loose. Good to see you, Megan.
Good to see you. Like the shirt. Ooh.
We got the very tiara'd, the very overwatched by a pink elephant. It's Lindsey Brown, everybody.
The uterus.
It's a uterus.
It's the uterus.
I think I said this
That's
last time. I always forget
That's
that.
the ovaries.
Is
Overwatched by
that
the
a little
ovaries.
heating pad, or is it just a pillow?
Oh, it's a heating pad that goes inside.
An excellent idea, though.
Yeah, you should make it.
I bought
I
one
feel
for
like-
my daughter. It's a little heating pad that looks like a uterus.
I love that. I want one.
Pretty fucking
We have
awesome.
to
Yeah.
make this into one.
Urban Outfitters, they sell them. There you go.
That's on my must-have list.
It's for the out. It's for the outside, right?
Oh God. No, it doesn't go on top of the uterus from the end. Oh my God.
I don't know what it does. I don't know. I've never had a uterus warmer.
Strong point. Few have. Jody would like to clarify.
Oh, Bowers.
Oh my Lord.
I've worn
Ladies-
some uteruses, but I've never had one. Anyway, okay.
Yeah, you don't know how a heating pad works? What do you think? If you have a pain on the side of your face, you have to shove it in your mouth? Like it's a heating pad goes on.
Wait. You're not supposed to shove the heat.
backwards. You don't have to shove it up your butthole to your spine. Like that's not how it goes.
You're not supposed to shove stuff up. Okay, all right. That explains a lot of things.
Good, but I imagine rolling up the heating pad and getting it up there would be problematic at best. But I imagine it could work pretty well.
I don't know. I was a paper boy in
Lower
high
back
school, so
pain.
I'm really good at rolling shit up tight because I did I had the paper route, so I think I could probably get it tight enough. I can get it in there.
Good at rolling joints.
The way that Bowers used to
You have
deliver
be
the paper,
careful,
he would
though,
roll it up.
You have to use the microwavable ones and not the ones that plug into the wall because that gets really dangerous.
Bowers used to have a paper route, and he would roll up his newspaper, shove it in his butt, and then throw himself on somebody's front lawn. Just going downward dog and wait until they woke up.
No, you ever see those T-shirt cannons? But it's like that, but with the ping pong ball show in the fucking Thailand, but with papers out my butt. Yeah, just thump, thump. I was really good at that Paperboy game on Nintendo. Anyway,
Oh my
Dan
god!
and Cassie
Wow,
now are here.
That went sideways real quick. Sorry, guys.
Well, you gotta go sideways or it won't go up.
Oh, right.
Anyway,
I was like, oh man. Okay, I feel we're back now. Woo, got it.
On behalf of myself and Abby, don't do any of this fucking shit. Don't do it. Do it. Oh my God. No, don't do it.
no, the problem
Give it
with
a
the
try.
newspaper up there is the inside of your butthole gets all the newsprint on it, like silly putty.
No flared base. No flared base. No flare base on the newspaper.
No
Don't do
flare
it.
base.
Yeah,
Strong
bad
point.
idea.
We have any. We have
Yeah,
any.
Eddie's look
Yeah,
there.
Eddie.
Yay.
We're
Nice.
So
gonna
then he
go see
looks.
Dwayne
when-
Perkins
when
in a
he's
little
not
bit.
ready for kill.
Very cool.
Love that.
Go see
Maybe
Dwayne
get Dwayne
Perkins.
to sign too.
Yeah, we're going to see Dwayne Perkins in a little bit.
At TK.
See if Dwayne will sign any for us. And he's been
That's-
around the world as you catching
she
up
already
that
thought
short
about it.
globe.
Yeah,
that
she already
travels
thought about
the
it.
planet. I love that. Well, I didn't mean to step on your idea there. I love that you have the idea. I assume you guys are in Texas. The three of us hung out in Texas just a few short months ago. That was a lovely time.
We like the confirmation that it's a good idea. Thank you for that.
You're very welcome. You're very, very welcome.
We
Do
call that a
not roll
positive
any
note.
up and
We call
stick
that
it
a-
up your butt. What are you doing? My bad. I'm sorry.
I know.
Mike Baldwin here for some reason? Why is Mike
Ken
Baldwin
Gar's here. Why is Ken Gar here?
Oh, it's Ken Gar. It looked like Mike Baldwin for a second. It's Ken Gar.
What up,
What's up,
Ken?
Gar?
What's
What are you doing,
up,
buddy?
everybody?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Hello.
I'm doing great. I just saw that Bozeman, my buddy from Chicago, was on, and Jody's here, the Queen's here. I was just like, hey, I'm gonna check in, just check out the show. Really, I'm just a fan today. I got my Pete Lee T-shirt on.
That's my favorite Pete Lee shirt. I had that shirt for
Yeah.
years. You look fat when you cry. It's one of the
That's right.
shirts of all time.
Yeah.
You look fat when you cry.
One of the best T-shirts I've ever seen.
I dropped my wife off at the airport yesterday. I already got a 13-pack of cookies from McDonald's. My life's falling apart.
This is amazing. And we got comics dropping in unannounced to our Zoom show. COVID is definitely surging again, you guys. What is happening?
Happened.
Hey, who books this? Can I get a can I avail?
We have no idea. We have no idea who books this. Just...
Don't ask for the link to be emailed.
Where were you 4 hours ago when I was scrambling for a comic?
Too many comics.
I was at McDonald's getting cookies.
Look, we're nothing if not prepared, which means we're really fucking nothing.
I'm being honest, I thought this was next week. Literally, she was texting me yesterday. Rachel's like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it's next Thursday, right? She's like, no, it's tomorrow. I'm like, oh, fuck. I got a lot of shit I got to do. I thought I had another week. I'm sorry.
I also love that Ken Gar's coming to us from the set of the new Blair Witch Project. It's just
yes.
wandering around.
That's what happens when you marry a goth.
Yeah.
I just want to point out that this episode, I feel like, was written by an AI doing a penthouse forum. It's all about laying pipe and uteruses.
You know what? I think that's my brain is actually an AI like that. It's just that's what comes out. It's really fucking weird. Yeah. It's like the worst possible outcomes. It's like just that's what comes to my head.
Make sure you pick up some merch in the UI uterus hat. All right.
Ken kind of looks like he's just sneaking around Alyssa Milano's house when she's not there. It's really what.
Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, I've been there. She didn't know I was at her house. That was so funny.
Is there any more audience, or can we get to a?
Is that all the audience, or there's still more people? I can't. Molly, we got more audience. That was Ken was last. All right. Well, we got another special guest. We have another super special guest.
You want Jody to intro?
Jody, why don't you intro? And you're gonna lose your mind on this one, Ken. Ken, you're gonna lose your mind on this one. Holy cow.
We have a very special guest and a dear friend of mine who jumped in here at the last minute. I mean, really not at the last minute. Really, she was in from the beginning of the planning. It just happened to be last minute. But she came in, and I love Christine. Seriously, one of the funniest people I know. Just absolutely hilarious, brilliant. Anyway, it is Christine Lakin.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Well, with that introduction, I'll be sure to disappoint real quick.
Guess what? The bar is so low on the show. That can't happen.
I don't know what's going on. I jumped in and I was like, what are we talking about?
That is a cool ass hat, but has anybody ever advertised the Valley? That's awesome.
And that's why I love it. I saw this hat on somebody and I was like, I literally grew up in the Valley. Like 818. Yes, yeah. People, I need to represent. So yeah.
Don't wear it to Santa Monica though, or Malibu.
No. It's real turf wars. Real turf wars.
It is indeed. It is indeed.
Between the people who bought houses in the 90s and the people who can't ever buy a house again.
Here's my question. Growing up in the Valley, how often did you go to amateur karate contests, or is that all horse shit?
You know, I have never in my life watching Cobra Kai. My husband and I are always like, first of all, they film it in Georgia. Secondly, I'm like, I didn't know any of this stuff was a thing in the 90s. I never saw any Karate Kid, any kind of karate competitions. So I think it's all hearsay.
Well, I would like to correct the record on that.
Because I went to New York once and there was no sex in that city. So that shows also.
I think karate is a myth. It doesn't actually exist.
Well, I would like to correct the record. One time when I was a boy living in the Valley, I put my name in a thing at a McDonald's, and I won a free karate lesson, and I was a white belt for one lesson in the Valley. So I'd like to put that down if I can.
I feel like there's a lot of dojos, however. So
yes.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. My younger one, B, was taking Zoe was taking some karate stuff, and B, they both were. Or was it just B? I don't remember. Whatever, it's all a blur.
They blend together.
Bring them out and let them fight. Bring them out and let them fight.
Taekwondo.
We'll see who's better.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Christine, you did this hilarious show with Jody called Hollywood Darlings. It was a fake reality show. It was how much of it was scripted? How much of it was improvised? It was so funny.
It was partially scripted, meaning that we had sort of outlines of what the episodes were going to be about, but then we'd get in there and we'd start improvising and we would just start cracking each other up, and the takes would go on and on.
By the second
And
season,
then-
we learned, like, well, actually, by like the third episode, we were like, okay,
Yeah.
so you guys, it's really funny, but 20-minute takes each time are gonna.
Yeah. And then we would pick, like, the first take, would be kind of finding it. And then the producer would come in and kind of say, okay, this is what worked really well, this bit, and then maybe into this bit and maybe into this bit. So let's do another take. And now we're going to coverage. And like, let's just, by the end of it, we were like, oh, we wrote the scene. We figured it out, but it was fun because it was so freeing. And it was just, it was the best job. Honestly, I feel like it was like one of the best jobs I've ever had. It was fun.
We had so much fun doing that show, and it really, people that have that watched the show were like, oh my God, I love this show. Like, I'm really sad that it didn't do more or go longer, because I think we could have had some real fun with it. But
yeah, I think it was hard for people to find. I think there was a little bit of that, Why is this is like moving around. Are you seeing this?
Yeah.
I'm not moving.
Fancy.
The iPad. What's happening? This
I
has
think
never happened to me before.
you got the new tracking thing. You get the new fancy one that tracks you around.
I feel like I need to just like stay really still. It's really freaking.
Wait. Are you vaccinated? Maybe it's tracking you because you're vaccinated. I heard.
Yes,
that.
that's definitely. No, you're absolutely
right.
But like now, anyway, I'm gonna stop playing with it and just let it do its thing.
Is it on a gimbal? You have it on a gimbal?
No, I don't know.
it's just happening. The iPad, and it tracks your movement.
That's cool.
Wow,
I think it's cool.
So,
that's creepy.
Anyway, sorry.
Christine, so you just said that Hollywood Darlings was maybe your favorite project, which hurts my soul because one of my first films, even though I was just a glorified extra on this weird, very odd film, was Jungle Juice. We shot in the Caribbean. You were the star of it. What year was this? Like 2001, 2000?
Ben, let's review, okay? This
was
job.
It Jungle Juice or I thought you said it was Jingle Juice. I had in my mind that this was like a fucking Christmas movie that took place in the islands.
Sipping on Jingle Juice, laid back.
Oh my God, this is changed everything.
It was the opposite.
Weirdest.
No.
Okay.
She thought it was Jingle Jews and it was Ben in a holiday movie.
You gotta hear about this very odd thing. Christy, try to explain what it was because it's impossible.
1999, I feel like was the year, or maybe 2000. It was a independent film. We were shooting in Turks and Caicos. It was Christopher Walken, Rutger Hauer, Morgan Fairchild, and
Robert Wagner.
And you and me.
Yeah. Yes.
And she's like, oh, you got this movie. And by the way, it shoots in Turks and Caicos and you leave in a week and you'll be there for 2 weeks. And I was like, I hit the jackpot. This is going to be great. It was truly one of the most insane experiences. We were all living together in like a Club Med, filming the movie. People were going off at night. Hookups were happening. They lost part of the footage, apparently. We shot this whole movie and then they lost like 3 reels of the footage. Like the wheels fell off at some point.
It was wild.
I got like heat stroke.
I don't. Here's the thing. Here's what we learned. You should never put Ben Gleib in charge of the footage. That's really no, you can't ever.
It was so weird.
It was really fun.
It was
but I never saw the movie. Like it never came out. I never saw it.
Yeah, I never saw it either. And like it was the most like it was just like run and gun for like a fairly big movie with an amazing cast. I remember like you and I were on like this little island separate from the island where you were shooting a scene with Rutger Hauer, and we were hanging out, and the director comes over to you and he's like, oh, by the way, in this scene, you're on Molly. And so you got to move your jaw around. They do it like this when they're high. They go, and so you're practicing on the fly.
That's when I got heat stroke.
Ben's like, that's not how you do it.
Right. We were at lunch, we were like underneath trees, like trying to find shelter. And then we got back to the hotel and I think I like fell asleep and I was like, I think I have heat stroke.
Yes. And you were so kind too, because we were on that little island for a very long time and I was just an extra really, and you were one of the stars of the movie and they were like treating us way worse. They were treating you guys and they are not even treating you well. And we had no water and you came over and brought my friend Jason and I a water bottle so we could cool down.
We were all like underneath this tree. This was not a SAG project. I'm pretty sure like there was no rules happening. My favorite story of the movie though, and it was a lot of fun. Like it was an experience. Okay. But Christopher Walken everyone's got a story. And at least I feel like the only reason I did this movie is so I'd have a Christopher Walken story.
Yes.
That's
So
the
he's
only
in
reason I
this.
would've done it. For
Yeah.
sure. Like,
He was
fuck.
playing my dad of all things. So he's in this villa next to the Club Med, right? And we're shooting on this dock, and he comes and shoots a scene, and he's very walking-y and the whole thing. And then nice, he goes over and he finishes, and he's gone, and we're continuing on. And I look over and I see him in the water. Oh, now we're zooming back. Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. He hurt himself. He's fine.
Oh my
Figured
god,
it
now
out.
it's
You guys, I'm single momming today. So he's in the water like this, and it looks like he's like floating, like he's dead. And I'm like, you guys, does anybody have does someone want to check on him? Hold on one second. And he's like, and a PA I hear over like the thing is like, can we get a 20 on Walken? And then someone's over there and they're looking at him, and then all of a sudden he go, and then he goes back down, and he's like not even white, he's pink. Like he's translucent. He has no tan. It was I was like, what is happening? He's in shallow water on his knees doing this thing over and over. So the next day we're sitting there waiting, and I go, so, how are you finding your time in Turks and Caicos? Have you been out snorkeling? Just making conversation. He goes, no, I can't do a good walking. I can't swim, so I like to just go in the water and I look at the fishes. I put my head inside and I look at them. And I'm like, oh, okay, well then it all tracks. Now it's all making sense. He can't swim, so he's just there. You go.
Left me to die in the ocean, Mama. In the Caribbean. Your son needs you. He's bleeding out, but you left me alone, face down in the water. Why?
And then he just turns the conversation to, what I love about dogs. I can always tell if they're happy. Their tail is wagging. They're in a good mood. The tail is straight up. They're a little scared. That's what you can't tell about people. And he just went off on this tangent, and I just was sitting there like, this is great. This is what we came for, people.
Yes.
This is what we came for.
right.
So yeah.
And also earlier in this episode, the topic of kayaking was brought up a lot, and you and I went kayaking when we were there. I don't know if you remember that.
We did. Yes.
We did go kayaking.
Did Ben fall out though? That's all we want to know. Is Ben just a shitty kayaker, or is this repeat behavior, or was he really just afraid of the shark?
I mean, I don't remember. I'm going to say I don't remember who fell out of the kayak. I again, heat stroke. Like some of those memories are gone.
No, Ben, what do you mean who flies people to Turks and Caicos to be an extra? Or did you just show up because you heard they were filming a movie? And
no, that was what they did. You had to get yourself to Miami, and then they would fly you from Miami to Turks and Caicos and put you up for a week at an all-inclusive resort, Club Med type resort, all the alcohol you could drink. And on day one, when we got there, this wasn't as true for you, even though you did end up having a fair amount of free days when I was there. They said, do you want to be in Group A or Group B? We chose Group B, and our group didn't shoot till the last 2 days. So we just had 5 days of paid vacation at a Club Med resort.
I mean, debauchery, everyone.
Yes.
Pure debauchery.
And Martin Landau produced it, too.
Wait.
He was
Ben,
there.
Was this in your 20s and 30s, Ben?
It was.
Oh shit! I can't imagine what was going on down there then. Ben's 20s and 30s. Fuck, we've heard tell of his 20s and 30s for a while.
It was wild. It was
Wow.
wild.
That was wild.
Someone out there has stories about Ben Gleib the way that they have stories about Jodie Sweetin.
Yeah, there you go. Ben Gleib.
So, Christine, you then became, in recent years, I don't even know how long you've been doing it, actually, a director. You've directed a bunch of episodes of the Goldbergs and schooled. How did that transition happen? What made you want to start directing?
I think it was I guess it was a little bit of a natural progression. Like about 15 years ago, I was acting. I had been a dancer for many years. Randomly, I started choreographing for television and film. I'd been on a movie called Reefer Madness for Showtime. And I was up in Canada for an ungodly amount of time, and with nothing to do, waiting for my scenes to be filmed. And the choreographer said, could you come help me? I know you have a dance background because I was in a bunch of dance scenes. Could you come help skeleton crew for me? So I started assisting her in my off time. And that sort of snowballed into couple years later, I did a movie called You Again that I was in, and she was choreographing it again. Her name is Marianne Kellogg, and she asked me to assist her again. So then I started working with like Sigourney Weaver wanted extra time and wanted more, rehearsal. So she's like, can you go work with Sigourney? I'm like, sure. And then Betty White needed things. And I'm like, okay. And then, Jamie Lee Curtis was like, how does this go? And I'm like, I'm here for you. And
Wow.
it just was like a snowball effect. The first AD on it, her name is Sunday Stevens. After that movie went on to do True Blood and then Homeland and a bunch of other big shows. And she just started calling me up. And somehow my name started to get passed around because I knew how to work with actors. And I wasn't like a choreographer, like, I wasn't like a Wade Robson where I was going to come in and be like, it's all these counts of 8. I was going to be like, here we go. What are your skill sets? Let's make it work, because I understood that niche of being an actor who has to move.
Right.
And it was kind of around that time I had started producing some of my own stuff. I had a digital series called Love and Lakin that I sold to Hulu, which then I think was the impetus kind of for my role in Hollywood Darlings, very like mockumentary style, making fun of myself. And I had an underground storytelling show that like called Worst Ever that became a pilot for Pops. Like I was sort of like had my hand in trying to create stuff. And I got hired to the Goldbergs as a choreographer, and that show just kept going and going and going. And I would sit there and I would watch all these episodic directors. And at one point I just thought to myself, why am I not doing that? Why am I not doing that job? It was like that aha moment of, hold on, I think I understand how to do that job. And I know all these different departments and how they work. And I feel like maybe that's what I'm being called to do. So took a lot of time.
How'd you get that though? How'd you get convince them to
really
let you
hard.
do it?
I mean, I was in a lot of advocacy groups for women. Women directors are underrepresented, as are many minorities in this business, in that profession, that job title specifically. And there was a lot of work being done to try to hire more women at the time. And I was like, I just got to get my hands on a camera. I gotta put my money where my mouth is and direct as much stuff as I can. So that's what I started doing. Everyone's short, Funny or Die videos. Someone's got a pilot, music video, whatever, I'll direct it, sure. And then we started Hollywood Darlings. And I remember it was like just coming off the heels of that. And I had been working at this. I was shadowing and I was just trying to like get my in. And I remember looking at my husband and being like, I think I got one more year left in me. I don't know how much longer I can like try to make this job happen. Because I was just near misses. If someone giving you that first shot, it's really hard. And then I was about to have my second kid, and I got a call that on the Goldbergs, they had been advocating for me. And I think a couple of the actors who at that point, it's been 6 years, knew me really well and thought, you know what, you should give her a shot. I think she'd be really good. And they were, because I'd known them so long and I had such a built-in relationship with that show, they were the first people that really gave me a shot and then brought me back and then schooled. And then it just started to slowly build out from there. So
and this summer she's doing a movie in Turks and Caicos.
And Ben, would you like to come and be an extra? I'll pay you in tequila.
Anytime. I've been trying to get my foot into the extra world ever since I've been doing bigger things over the last 2 decades. So
I
please
mean, seriously.
count me in. That is such a cool story, though, just to build it based on realizing you could do it and getting yourself there. That's really it's a very inspiring story in a business that keeps a lot of doors closed, to be able to just find a way in and be able to get that shot and then knock it out of the park. That is really cool.
I mean, and Jody knows, she's directed too, and
I'm actually shadowing in a couple weeks. I'm shadowing some producer friends finally got, because I was supposed to be shadowing in 2020 and that
the COVID. Yeah. And it's hard. It's like you get your first one and you're like, I loved it. I can do this. And I know Jody's personality. She is so made for that job. And multicam so well. And then people would say, it's like, no matter what, you get 2 steps forward. And then they're like, yeah, that's great. You have 1. Come back when you have 2 or 3. And you're like, come on.
Right.
I mean, clearly you've got what it
It
takes.
just
Just your
takes
use of camera during this appearance is amazing.
Yeah,
I really feel like I'm giving you a lot. A lot of angles, everyone.
I mean, the way you pulled back to bring him in was just, it was lovely.
Yeah.
It's AI, guys.
Back so smoothly. It was nice. It's great.
How did you two meet?
Christine and I, oh my God. You came, well,
I'm-
the real story was you came over to the Full House set. The very first time we met, you came to the Full House set because you were a big fan.
Yes, I had come out to Los Angeles on my spring break. I had been spotted in Atlanta doing theater, as you do. And I came out to LA with my mom for spring break, and there was a manager interested in me and wanted us to come out for pilot season. My mom was like, that sounds like a bunch of hogwash. But we'll come out and we'll do like a little trip, and then we'll write it off, and we'll like, we'll pop, we'll do some stuff with the manager. So while I was there, the manager said, hey, I'm going to take you. She had connections over at Full House. She's like, I'm going to take you over there. We need some tape on you because I don't know how to represent you without there being like videotape, beta, VHS, Betamax videotape of you. So I had this monologue prepared and I'm crying and it's this whole thing. But she's like, we'll just have the people at Full House film it because it'll just be real easy. And I'm like, okay. So I get over there. I'm freaking out. I'm like looking at the gingham blue couch. I'm like, oh my God, this is the best day of my life. I'm meeting the cast, like hugs with Andrea Barber, like John Stamos, his head is right here. We take a picture. I'm like, ah! I meet Jody. There's the picture we have. She had been running around doing like, I don't know, basketball or something. She's sweaty. I'm like, I'm standing next to her. Ah! Like there's this picture of us and I'm like, I'm like a total nerd bot. So then I go and like everyone leaves and they go off to lunch or something and I do the monologue and they shoot it and it's like, okay, great. Now we've got the tape that's this big and we can like not reproduce it and one person will see it. But at that time, and this is the weird thing about life and like where I think like, right place, right time, I believe in all of that. Bob Boyette, who was the producer of Full House, who also ended up being the producer of Step by Step, they were looking to cast this pilot for Step by Step and they had seen everybody and an actress had fallen through and they couldn't find what they wanted. And he had been on the set that day in the control booth and just happened to see me doing it. And 2 months later was like, hold on, where was that girl who was doing that crying monologue? Someone get me that brick of a tape. And they had me come out and audition and I got it. And so then from that point, like, it was just really strange because I had met Jody once, but then there was a lot of crossover.
Well, it was always like we'd see each other at all these events and stuff. And then we were in acting class together.
Acting class. I went to birthday party.
I was a little bit resentful because you could just fucking memorize stuff so quickly. And I was like, oh. But then I realized it was just because I was like 12 years old and didn't give a fuck. And I was like, why isn't it just doing it the first time? And you actually were like working for it. So, but yeah, we were in class and then we've just been friends since then. And then, doing the show together and stuff later on. I mean, it's been fun, but we've known each other forever.
That is
and
cool.
The show was really fun because like we connected as adults, who have kids and it's just like a different
words adults
level.
Very loosely. With everyone.
Very loosely.
Yeah.
That is a really cool story. I love that. That's so cool to be able to come out as a fan and then get your own show and then end up doing a show with the person you were a fan of and both being these iconic characters from iconic shows so many years later. That's pretty amazing.
It's all very meta, isn't it?
It is. It is indeed. And it all started with me in an island. Thirsty. Very thirsty.
Yeah.
What as all things do. It really.
Yeah. Well, Ben Gleib thirsty is how I would describe him. I would say Ben Gleib is thirsty. Christine, what do you got coming up? You got anything coming up cool we should be watching out for?
How can we follow you online and all the things?
Oh yeah. I directed if anyone's a fan of High School Musical. I directed one of those, and that's coming out this summer. And then I've got an Apple.
You mean the TV show, not just? You mean the TV show, not just High School Musical?
Sorry,
you're not at Valley High producing fucking My Fair Lady. Okay.
I wish. It's High School Musical, the series. Sorry, it's a very long title. Maybe your kids will like it. And then there's an Apple show coming out in the fall called Life of Ella, and it's a really special show. I did 2 of those and really excited to see that one. And then you can find me on social at Lakin. Lakin. Get it?
Lakin.
That's pretty much it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've one last question for you actually quickly. I've always been curious about this. You also got the most random job being obviously you're always a comedic actor, but not like known as so much as like a comedian. You ended up being Craig Kilborn's sidekick on his short-lived afternoon talk show. How did that happen? And I've always been curious, did Craig regret leaving the Late Late Show? Did he regret that? He'd regret it, right?
I think he did. We never talked about that specifically, but you know, I got the vibe that like him coming back to television was like a really big deal, and I think he wanted that to go better than it did. I think it was a weird time slot. It was syndicated. It just was like, it was not the right vibe for like 4:30, 5 o'clock. Like he needs to be in late night. Like he needs to be in late night. I know I've had so many weird jobs, Ben. So many jobs.
How'd you get that though? How does Craig Kilborn be like, I want Christine Lakin, the currently choreographer, to be my sidekick? Like, how did that come about?
Well, I had a hosting agent, and I had started to do a bunch of like, you know, I had a hosting agent. She kept sending me out for stuff, and every now and then I'd get it. Like I've done after shows for the show Party Down South. I was like the Andy Cohen of like a bunch of rednecks. I loved it. It was one of the greatest jobs I've ever had. It was so fun. I did stuff for the Soup Investigates with Joel McHale. I remember so much fun.
That's right.
But this was one of those random auditions, and it was a lot of improv. And you know, it came down to the wire of like me and a couple other people. And I think I went to Fox. I think I tested with him, and then it just there you go. I mean, it was definitely unique.
You do a great fake serious reporter, which I guess also led to your role on Family Guy as a news.
Yes. This week, absolutely. I mean, I
thank you for that 2-word act out. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
I appreciate.
Oh, look at the shot now. Pull back. Nice.
Pull back. He found a Band-Aid.
You need another Band-Aid?
Yeah.
Children all over the world need more Band-Aids. Don't put your nose under there. That's not going to smell good, I guarantee. Oh, this is my son. There you go. Band-Aid obsessed.
Adorable child, adorable family. Thank you so much for being with us, Christine. It's great
for having me.
Love you.
Love you. Bye, everyone.
Thanks so much. Hope your arm feels better, buddy.
That was so fun.
All right, cool. Rachel, anything to catch up on before we get to some of these different games?
So let me catch everybody up. So Patrick tipped and said for Jody to take everyone to IHOP for waffles.
Look, don't tempt me with a waffle. That's all I'm saying.
Renee Hutchison is flying to Canada in an hour to hang out with the friends that she made via this show. Thanks for the laughs and the love.
Have a great time.
Love that.
I'll see them when they're in Los Angeles here, I think in a couple weeks or a week or two.
Cool.
Oh, you're going to travel here for once, Rachel? Nice.
I'll stay here for once, actually. Bun said, so good to see y'all. My question, how the hell is Bowers so tan when he's locked up in the van with Steve, fuck Sunshine Hofstetter?
Well, you know what? This is a big moment in a young boy's life. I walk every day, but today, the last 3 days in Phoenix, I've been walking without my shirt on. I've been confident enough to take my shirt off on a walk.
Hey,
I haven't done that since I was probably 20, so I'm pretty tan right now.
Hey, good for you, Bowers. Good for you.
Yeah.
I've been saying this about you for a long time. Free the nipple, Bowers. Free it.
Free the nipple.
Lindsay Brown, happy International Tiara Day, May 24th, and belated Lindsay's birthday, first anniversary of SDSC-a-Con in Indianapolis. From your Tiara Task Force, Colleen, Steph, and Lindsay, we sent Queen Rachel and Princess Jody each a special one that didn't quite make it in time.
Oh, damn it.
We'll rock it for next month.
We'll rock it. Yes, we will rock it for. Look, I'm always going to wear a tiara. I'm never going to say no to that.
I love that you two think Bowers and I wouldn't have wanted to wear tiaras. That's
you don't think I could wear? You don't think I'd rock the fuck out of a tiara?
I'd rock the fuck out of a tiara.
Oh, we knew you would. We just, we didn't quite.
Yeah, but we get tiaras.
Fair enough. I suppose that's fair enough.
Bowers and tiaras. Miley, Jack, Randy, Patrick from Meg. So for the raffle, and so as where we stand for the top tipper, and you have until the end of the show. So Steve and Val, you still have got the,
and I will sign it live. So
ooh, look at that.
Providence. That's some Providence right there.
That's a certificate of authenticity too.
Yes.
And then the Bryan Cranston Blue Meth so far is going to Randy Longmire, but that could still change.
That's on brand. That's totally on brand.
It is, right?
I'm getting the math. That makes
I was
sense.
not surprised by that. Yeah, and you can still send in the memes. So we actually we'll do that. We'll do the game first, and then we'll do the memes.
Yeah, we'll have
So front row, if you guys have any game entries for Dog Band, please raise your hand. There was probably about 500 game entries in the chat that were unpaid that I chose 4 that I really liked. So Grimbeard had Kennel Rogers.
Nice.
Easy by Nature, Dog Stevens.
Nice.
Oh my God, what the fuck? Kid Things By had Neutered by Nature.
Ah, that's really good.
And then Gina B, Who's a Good Boy?
Who's a good boy? It's really good. Oh my God.
Not many paid entries, but that's all right. So you still have a chance to send those in. Front row, let's start with you. Kasara Now. Now, I can't.
Now, wow. Now, wow. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the way you
so,
explained it. It didn't sound better, but that's fine.
Now, wow. I didn't say it was better. Just,
Oh, okay.
got to do it with flair. So we're going to send some money in because we have a few of these. So instead of the bugles, we have the puggles.
Nice.
We have Megan Dog Trainer. Brittany Spaniel Spears.
Nice.
Muttley Crew.
Ah,
Boston Terrier.
nice.
The Doggy Doors.
Nice.
Trans-Siberian Husky. And this is all Cassie. Elton John, Red Rocket Man.
Nice one, guys. Anna D.
All right, so I have The Cars Must Be Chased and Grateful for Dead Things to Roll In.
Are your angles getting worse, or are you turning into a giant?
She's actually gained. She's gotten 6 inches taller since she had a growth.
Anna Hood.
So I have Lincoln Dog Park,
Mm.
Nice.
and the Drewley Brothers, and that's it. I had other ones, but they aren't all that great. So
Nice. All right.
Nice work. Jack.
Hey, so some of you guys might know that. Oh, some of you guys might know that Taylor's dog is named Jordy. So both of mine relate to that. So first of all, we've got Jordivo.
Nice.
Then the other one, there's his ball right there,
Nice.
is Bon Jordy. Ball is slippery when wet.
It's slobbery when wet, but I love it. Nice.
Oh, those were great, Jack. Megan.
All right. A couple more. So I had Little Chow Chow.
That's really good.
Weird Dalmatian Yankovic. Order Carly Rae Jepsen. And Yoko, oh no, don't poop on that.
Abby.
I've got 3. I have 9 Inch Tails, the Talking Hounds,
Nice.
and the Howling Stones.
Nice.
Ralph, did you find your keys?
Oh my God.
Ralph? They're right there. I see them. They're right there on his dresser or on his filing cabinet. They're right there. They're out. They're on the filing cabinet.
We found them.
Sometime today, Ralph.
Do you want to play the
calling
game
a
entry?
locksmith.
I don't know what he's doing.
He's probably calling a locksmith. Well, I wish him the best of luck, you guys. Hope he doesn't starve of hunger out there.
All right, no game entry.
I don't think so.
All right, we'll come back to if he does. Angle.
What if he set up the joke and then actually locked his keys out on accident? Like he fucked up. He was a joke and then he forgot.
I just got 2. Instead of the Beatles, I have the Beagles.
Nice.
And CCR is now stands for Coco, the retriever.
How high are you right now?
A little high.
All right, here are the rest of the entries. We had Randy Longmire, Deaf Shepherd. Grimbeard.
Uh-oh.
I don't know this dog type, but we'll try it. Weird Alsatian Yankovic.
Yeah.
There you go. Nice job.
Get it? Okay, great. Grimbeard. Just want to see if Rachel can say it. Banana Rama Weimaraner.
Weimaraner. Yeah, Banana Weimaraner.
Weimaraner.
You say it again.
Banana Rama Weimaraner.
Dizzy by nature. The Wiggles butt. And then let me just double check, but I think that's all of them. All right.
All right. I really liked the Wiggles butt was good. Banana Rama Weimer was good. 9 Inch Tails from Abby I liked a lot. Lincoln Dark Park from Anna. I liked Megan Dog Trainer and Muttley Crew from Cassie and Tam. But I got to give it to Megan Luce with Little Chow Chow. That's my favorite. Little Chow Chow is my favorite. What was your favorite, Jody?
I really like Trans-Siberian Husky because I felt like there's a lot going on in that name. Just, if you write that down, people be like, wait, what? So, and I also have a Husky. So, I'm a little,
Yeah.
little partial.
It sounds like he's trying to become a different kind of Husky, I think.
Right. Yeah.
Instead of Siberian, he wants to be Southern Husky.
Well, he's actually a Yorkie, but we call him a Trans-Siberian Husky.
Yorkie. Ben, what was your favorite?
I love railroad jokes. My favorite. My favorites. I loved 9 Inch Tails from Abby. I loved Red Rocket Man from Cassie. But I also got to give it to Megan with Lil Chow Chow. Very funny.
Nice. Rach.
I loved Muttley Crew. I loved all of Jax. I loved the Banana Rama. But I also like Trans-Siberian Husky, so we're tied. So Molly, can you tell us?
Got a vote there, Malls?
Favorite? I put her on the spot. Sorry.
Just between those two. Between those two.
So it's between Trans-Siberian Husky and the Chow Chows.
Little Chow Chow.
Little Chow Chow.
I like the Trans-Siberian Husky.
All right. Breaks the tie.
Who was that?
It was transferred. Oh, that was Tam. That was Tam.
Kathy,
right?
Congratulations.
All right.
Very nice.
Yeah.
You are the new champion of SDSC. And that's only a monthly champion now, so that is very well done.
Yep.
Very impressive.
For sure.
Did you guys have any entries?
I have just 2.
I have a couple.
Oh, I didn't have any. I was so distracted by things that I forgot that we were playing the game too.
Much like a dog would be.
It's I have about the attention span of a small shepherd. Yeah. Maybe a labradoodle. I have more Labradoodle for sure.
I only had one, which was Wham-a-Rammer, which was the same one we already. The Weimaraner was Wham-a-Rammer was the only one I had.
If I hear that sound one more time, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Wham-a-Rammer.
Ah!
Wham-a-rammer. That just sounds like you're really.
Hey, Black Betty, Wham-a-Rammer. Hey, Black Betty,
Wham-a-rammer. See my Wham-a-rammer?
Sounds like someone does not know German history well. The Weimar Republic.
Right. Exactly.
Oh my God. I have a couple. They're not great. I'll bend your better. So
I think you should go last because you're going to be better than my 2. Mine are not that good.
There's no way. Okay, but go ahead.
Okay, my 2 are just Rage Against Every Machine. And instead of the Rolling Stones, the Roaring Bones.
I mean,
I think half of those were good. I think
I should have gone first.
Night, but I feel like that's a little hitting it on the head.
All right. This one's a bit dark. The Cure for Parvo. 4 non-blue healers. Bone treats and huskies. And then writers.
Those are good.
Out up my leg. All right.
Very good.
All right, let's do the I didn't know.
Want to plug some stuff and then do the memes? Let's plug some stuff and do the memes.
Yeah.
So, Ben, what you got coming up?
Okay, thank you, Bowers. I've got some things coming up. Thanks for asking. Let me think what they are. Okay, got it. Long awaited. It's been in the works for many, many, many months. I teased it, I think, like 5 months ago or something. But finally, my video series. I'll be doing 3 videos a week for Rebel HQ. That's the Young Turks Facebook and YouTube brand. So there's so many crazy things going on in the world, and I have a chance now to get my thoughts out there and hopefully make people laugh while taking down some assholes. My first one came out yesterday. It was taking on Fox News's complete complicity and bullshit with regards to the horrible Buffalo shooting. I have one coming out later today that is a systematic takedown of Tucker Carlson and his response to it and his reason for it, and a more fun one coming out tomorrow about the Congress's UFO hearings. I might have a little face filter in it, so please go to Rebel HQ on YouTube and Facebook and subscribe and click my playlist on YouTube if you want to see mine, or I'll be tweeting them out as well. And doing GOTT, Gleib off the top, less these days, and so only one more this month. It's a week from Saturday, the 28th of this month is the next GOTT. I'm working on a fun surprise for it, and get your ticket right now at bengleib.com. And I'm sure I'll remember something I wanted to plug in a moment, but I think that, and in a few days, the new season of Last Week on Earth is coming back. I figure if I'm going to be focused on news as much, I may as well bring the podcast back as well. So new season starts shortly. Please subscribe and rate and review if you haven't done so. That helps a lot.
Cool. As for me, at Bowers Comedy has all that stuff. Follow my Patreon. I'm in Tucson tonight with Steve Hofstetter. We're in Vegas Friday and Saturday. We're in San Diego on Sunday. We're at Flappers in Burbank on Wednesday, I think. So come check all those shows out. We did not have an Origin Stories this week because we were just too busy on the road or whatever. So next week we have Erica Rhodes. Come check that out on Origin Stories. Erica Rhodes. And we're going to put that schedule out further. We're going to book it out further once I get home, once I'm done with this traveling thing. But yeah, so check that out. Jody, what you got coming up? Jody?
Hello.
Got
Sorry,
something?
I just had my internet just got really terrible.
It's all right.
Did you guys? Is it my turn now? Everyone's
Yep.
just
It
stopped
is.
and frozen.
Your turn to plug.
Okay, got it. There we go. My turn to plug. You guys can check out my Instagram at Jody Sweeten across all socials. Also check out at Never Thought I'd Say This. Never Thought I'd Say This is my weekly podcast. It is a comedy parenting podcast. It's really fun. It's very inappropriate. It's really a ridiculous look at parenting with my friend Celia Behar. We also have a YouTube where you can watch the episodes the week after they air on anywhere you find your podcasts. Also, I'm going to be doing a live show here in LA at the Virgil Theater on May 29th called Family Dinner with Jody Sweeten, and we are going to be having guests and potential and comics, and just it's going to be really fun. Everybody's bringing a dish that reminds them of their childhood, and we're going to start talking about that. It's going to be all of us talking about Adulting 101, and it should be really fun. It's going to be a great mix of people, so if you want to buy tickets, that is going to be coming out at the end of this week, and that'll be, like I said, at the Virgil Theater end of May, and then I'm hosting E-Daily Pop beginning of June and next week, and I don't know, you can Worst Cooks in America Celebrity Edition you can find on Food Network. That was
Are you working at all, Jody? Are you?
Great, they didn't catch up on for
long plug of stuff.
No, that was awesome.
Sorry, yeah.
And I just remembered one more thing I really wanted to mention. I'm sorry, I promised also, I said a year ago I was going to start doing this, and thanks to Carmel, I finally am now doing it. Monday through Friday, 5 days a week, I'm posting a new stand-up clip every single day on my TikTok and Instagram and all the way social, so please follow it, comment, and like so the algorithms feed it to more people. When you see it, comment. Please, don't like it and then don't comment. Say, I don't want to bother them. Bother me.
Cool.
And then the only thing for me, so if you're in Southern California, June 12th, JB is going to be doing a dry run of his special, and we're filming it. If you want to come out and watch, it's going to be at the Ontario Improv. And as far as catching up on stuff, so we have Stephen Val sent in another 33 to make their total 144.44. Make those even numbers. In hopes that Jody adds a personal note along with the signature if he is the top tipper.
How much is it again? Did you say, Rach?
144.44.
So somebody just needs to beat that amount to steal this puzzle from Stephen Val, is what you're saying.
Somebody could absolutely do that.
Well, let's do some memes while they've got a few more minutes to do that. Let's do some memes.
And then Cassie said, just for Ben, she has an extra game entry. Journey around the neighborhood when the bitch gets out.
Because it's a long, sure.
Yeah,
It
I
was a
like
long
that.
one.
The dog escapes. Yes, yes.
So let's do the raffle. So let me screen share.
Okay.
And the raffle entry gets access into Monday's VIP Patreon hang. Let's do that.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
I love Jody's doing her Christine Lakin impression right now, just moving around. And
all right, you guys ready?
God, sitting still is hard for me.
There's no vibrator on here. But Tam, if she wins, gets to bring her vibrator. But let's see.
Sure.
Hopefully not. But
I mean, never leave home without it, right? Isn't that what they say? Oh no, that was
Tim Stewart. Look at that. Yay. Good job,
very
Kim.
nice.
all right, I'll send you the link for the Patreon hang.
woohoo!
Oh, all right. We got some memes?
I think so. Well,
Got any?
Delicious.
she's going to screen share and I'm going to describe. So these are the memes from today's show.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. So she said, oh Lord. National Muppet Producer Council. The other white.
meat. I love it. It's great.
Tell friend or Steve will autograph the puzzle. Licking it is extra. The face is quite accurate
That
too.
face. Yeah.
She'll lick the envelope when it comes in, so you'll know that.
I heard that sentence very differently.
Oh boy.
For external use only. I love it.
Go ahead, next. Bowers.
The Beagles.
Beagles.
Wait, which one's which though? That's my call.
Right.
Right?
The top right's definitely Ringo. Look at that. He looks like an idiot.
The one that's a little kind of dirt looking. Yeah.
Is that me? Am I Ringo here?
Nice.
All right.
Black Lab.
Black Lab.
Yes.
And that's how
That's really good.
Take an hour forever hold your peace. Steve Hofstetter and Ben Gleib. They still can't get your name right, Ben.
No.
I can't swim, so I just look at the fish like dogs. You know, if they like you by the way they wag their tails. You can't do that with people. I feel like Ben should have done this
Walken
one.
impression. That was solid.
Ben
That was really good.
did this one for me.
I just look.
Can't swim, so I just look at the fish. You like dogs. You know, if they like you by the way they wag their tails, you can't do that with people.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. My walking's not as good as it used to be. I'm sorry.
And that was the last one.
All right. Holy cow. Those are great. What was the one right before my butt shooter? I think that's the one I'm going to root for, but I vote for. I can't remember which one it was. Butt shooter. Oh, I'm voting for external use only. That's my vote. Jody, what's your vote?
That's my vote.
Ben.
I almost voted for that, but I got to go Bauer's butt shooter. I definitely got
It is. Power paper launcher.
No, I like the uterus one.
All right, Molly, who was the uterus
It
one?
was so like you didn't have to say it. You just saw it, and that was it. Like it didn't need. You didn't have to. There was no explanation. There was nothing. You just saw it, and we're like, oh my god.
Perfect. Who was that? Who was that?
Who was that?
Do we know?
Who is the uterus?
Sorry, had to unmute there. That was Meg Bagley.
Meg
Meg
Bagley.
Bagley.
Nice. Who was the butt shooter?
That was
Things we only say on
That
this
was
podcast.
Tam.
for 500
Damn, Tam was the butt shooter.
I should mention
In the grassy
too,
knoll. Tam was the butt shooter in the grassy knoll. Okay.
She actually had that
Man, that's
animated. I
good
took
stuff,
the
Ella.
animation off, so a little extra credit there. But yeah,
I just will
send you the
never be
video.
able.
Was the animation her loading the cannon or shooting? That's what I know.
But
Which one
it's
of those
shooting.
loading.
It's shooting. Yeah.
Oh, there was animation?
There
oh
was,
my
yeah.
god.
Wow, I kind of would love to see
It's
that.
called,
to be honest
it's
with
called
you.
analmation, but the same kind of concept.
I already have the horrible visual. I have the horrible visual in my head of Bowers and Downward Dog waiting for people to get their morning paper. So couldn't be worse than that.
But here's the kicker is that he was riding a bicycle while doing it. So I really think you need to focus
You
on
got to drink your
that.
coffee first. You got to drink your coffee first.
Which
and
is
that's how you're-
ironic, right? Because riding a bicycle isn't his greatest skill.
No, that's Steve. I can ride a bike. Steve can't ride a bike. Anyway, my Uber's here. I gotta go. I gotta go to Tucson.
All right,
love you
let's
guys.
Love you all. It's good to see you.
Oh,
See you
I
on
said
Monday.
it's a top tipper, by the
wait,
way.
Wait, I
We'll
just
have
signed
you-
for Stephen now.
Well, so
Wait,
here's
is that
the thing.
who? Wait, hold on.
Steve
We don't know if
said-
it's for Stephen Val yet.
Oh,
well,
that's right.
Steve basically had sent another tip and said, what did he say? Where'd it go?
Oh my god.
Steve, you can say it yourself if
Oh,
you'd
he
like.
said,
There we
here,
go.
144.45 won't snatch it from us. Yeah, we want that puzzle. And now it's at 166.66 and it goes to Stephen Val.
All right, nice
Steve,
job.
Here we go.
What do you
Here we
want
go.
it to say?
I'm gonna like, let's see.
First time.
Steve and Val.
Very exciting. They can put it on
Howard,
the
you can
shelf
go.
if they
Bye.
ever move in the
Bye.
future.
Who got the meth?
Randy Longmire.
Randy Longmire, winner of meth. Congratulations.
That's your new name.
From Breaking Bad, in case anybody clips the shit out. You know what I mean? Fake meth. Don't do real meth, kids. Only do fake meth.
And while she's doing this, the next show is, remember, so we stream on a third Thursday of every month at 3 p.m. So it'll be June 16th on Thursday.
All right. Here we
Thursday
go.
at 3.
This is Steve and Val, the best SDSC VFR members ever. Love you, Jody Sweeten. And I'm even, I gave it a big kiss. There you
Yes.
go. It will be sent with love. Yes, anyway, yeah, this is yours. I love you guys, and this will be really awesome. So
Love you all so much. So good to see everybody. We'll see you on Thursday.
Yes. Thank y'all for being with us. And I would rub this on my face, but I don't think Randy would want that.
Gargle it and spit it, burn it back in.
Oh wow.
No.
Yeah, no.
Hard pass for all parties involved.
Just because of COVID. That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
of course, obviously.
If it wasn't
Good
COVID.
night, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Thank you for being with us. Good
What's in
night.
your meth bag?
What's in your mouth?